We are live on the Forever Richie podcast. Today I have a lot to talk about, a lot of things interesting. I'm gonna get to everything, hopefully, on this edition of Forever Richie podcast. I'm gonna be talking about WWE programming, including WWE Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and maybe Money in the Bank. I'm also going to be talking about other independent promotions like Lucha Underground this week. I'm going to be talking about Roman Reigns' suspension, David Otunga replacing Jerry Lawler on commentary on SmackDown this week. Former talents are in talk of coming back to the WWE company. BET Awards 2016, Kanye West's famous music video, my reaction, my thoughts. I'm going to give it to you all right here on this podcast. The leaked WWE draft calendar, CM Punk's UFC debut at 203 versus his confirmed opponent, Mickey Gale. I'm going to be going more in details about that later on in the podcast, so stay tuned. Also, a lot of people have been dying lately, a lot of deaths. I don't know, is it coincidence, a conspiracy? Who knows? I'm gonna be talking more about this later on. But right now, I'm gonna be going over Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Lucha Underground, and if there's time, Money in the Bank pay-per-view that just happened a week or two ago. Alright, this Raw, surprisingly, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this Raw. Really, I did. There was hardly any hiccups in the show that made me sluggish, that made me sleepy, that made me just want to change the channel. There was none of it. The replay value on this is high. I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed having a couple returns, to rejuvenate the second, third hour of Raw. We had Bray Wyatt, we had Sasha Banks coming back. We had Bray Wyatt, the Wyatt family in general, coming back, cutting a promo like they've always do. Then the New Day came out, surprisingly, the New Day. And, dark, positive, the contrast. And they had a promo, we exchanged words, and it was very comedic. And I enjoy this feud that they're going to have. And hopefully it's for the straps. Hopefully the Wyatts go over. Hopefully this marks a new chapter for them. So who knows? Next we had Sasha Banks returns. And it was surprising. And finally, she's going after the championship belt. Since WrestleMania, she's been in need of a rematch for a long time. And here it is. Here's her chance to become the women's champion. Something all us fans have wanted her to become the champ. And I feel like they missed the boat, on WrestleMania. And I think they're gonna put the strap on her. Hopefully I'm right. We had AJ Styles and John Cena. We had a good promo talking about their match and Money in the Bank and what happened with AJ going over John Cena in a dirty way with the club helping him. And John Cena, he made a lot of good, valuable points. And it was very informative. And AJ Styles with his ruthless, arrogant, heel side, was very entertaining. And later on, we had John Cena against one of the club members. And that ended in a disqualification. AJ Styles and the club beat up John Cena. So the feud continues, and hopefully there's going to be more there's gonna be more to this feud than what it already is. It's good, but you know, there needs to be more, because it's gonna be a rematch in this upcoming pay-per-view, and hopefully AJ Styles goes over. But knowing WWE, John Cena is gonna get another one over AJ. It's gonna go over AJ, you know, because you can't have John Cena lose on the second match, you know. So we're gonna see what goes down. We also have Roman Reigns absent, you know, but we had more Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins promos and stuff like that. It was decent. We had I think that's it for Raw. Alright, moving on to NXT. NXT, they're doing a lot of video packages for matches from NXT the end, like Nia Jax and Asuka, Samoa Joe, and Finn Balor for the championship belt. It was cool. We had a couple matches. Bayley was in action. It was a decent match. We had Nia Jax. She was in action. It was a decent match. We had Shinsuke Nakamura. I think that's his name. He was in action. That was a pretty good match. And all in all, it was a decent show. Nothing much to talk about here. Let's move on to SmackDown. SmackDown, again, like NXT, it was an okay show. Nothing much happened. But the main event was awesome, as Seth Rollins faced Sami Zayn in the main event with Dean Ambrose. And the altercation after the match with Seth Rollins fighting Dean Ambrose, that was just epic. That was great. Great stuff. Next, we had Lucha Underground. It was an okay show. We had a tag match to start off the show. We also had a women's tag match too, which was okay. Then we had the big announcement promo from Prince Puma on what he was gonna do, who he was gonna challenge at Ultimo Lucha, and now we have our answer as he is going to face Rey Mysterio, as he calls the greatest wrestler of all time. He wants to know if he's better or just as good as El Rey Mysterio. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see if Prince Puma is better than Rey Mysterio. I'm really excited for this match. It's a dream match. We've been waiting a long time, and I could tell you that these two wrestlers can put on a hell of a show. They are great luchadors. Two of my favorites. Alright. Next I'm going to be talking about the late WWE draft calendar. As you all have known, there's going to be a draft on July 14 on the first episode of SmackDown. I mean, not the first episode, but on the episode of SmackDown, the draft is going to happen. SmackDown, Raw. Who's going to be Channel Manager's feet show? We don't know. I don't know. It's still a confusing problem. We have yet to find the solution, but I can promise you this. It's going to be exciting. One hell of a show. I can guarantee you that. Most likely, it's going to be like a 3-hour show. A super show. With Raw being invited. Raw superstars being invited to the show. It's all going to happen on that night. So, it's going to be exciting to see who ends up where. You know. So, there's been a couple WWE pay-per-views. The WWE draft pay-per-views that have been, you know, rumored to be Raws or SmackDowns. And, like Backlash, it's rumored to be SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view. and Clash of Champions is rumored to be a Raw pay-per-view. So that sounds interesting. Also, Clash of Champions, that pay-per-view was also like a WCW pay-per-view. So it's cool that they're bringing back these old school pay-per-views, because a lot of people love them. I love them. I don't think they should have ever, took them off the air, took them off the programming, They were good pay-per-views. I'm going to read you the other pay-per-views that are rumored to be on the WWE draft calendar. Let me just pull up the website right here. Next, we have Roman Reigns' suspension. As you all know, he did not pass the wellness policy by the WWE, so therefore they had to suspend him for short term. And he's gonna be, don't worry, he's gonna be back for Battleground for that championship match. Which to me, it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't really, it's not a big punishment from Roman Reigns, so we it's kind of a letdown that they're not really doing the whole 9 yards on this guy, Alright. I found the page of the WWE pay-per-view list. Alright, here's the schedule for this year. It's gonna be a Roadblock, TLC, Survivor Series, Hell in a Cell, No Mercy, Clash of Champions, that new pay-per-view I was talking about earlier, Clash of Champions, Backlash, SummerSlam, Battleground. Those are all the pay-per-views that are upcoming. SummerSlam is a Raw and SmackDown pay-per-view. Backlash is a network exclusive SmackDown pay-per-view. Clash of Champions is a Raw pay-per-view. No Mercy is a SmackDown pay-per-view. Survivor Series is a Raw and SmackDown pay-per-view. WWE TLC is a SmackDown pay-per-view. WWE Roadblock is a Raw pay-per-view. So these are all the confirmed pay-per-views for the rest of the year. To me, it sounds great, Everything is in good standings right here. Don't mess this up, WWE. Don't mess it up. As you can already tell, Jerry Lawler is no longer in the WWE because of altercations of him putting his hands on his spouse, and they had some altercation, and lots of rumors been circulating saying that there was a gun and Jerry Lawler told her to kill herself, and it was all this crazy rumors, and Jerry Lawler of course denied it. But both of them have been mugged. They both have went to jail. They both, got mug shots. So Jerry Lawler is still in jail as I can tell. His wife, I think, has been let go. So David Otunga has replaced Jerry Lawler on commentary, and WWE has suspended Jerry Lawler indefinitely. So you know what that means? He's never coming back. It's sad. It's sad. I know it's sad. It's sad that one of the pioneers, WWE's commentary, have just left the company on bad terms, so will we ever see him in the Hall of Fame? Probably not. As I have said, former talents are in talk of being back in the company, like Shelton Benjamin, Rey Mysterio, Jeff Hardy, Kurt Angle, Goldberg. All these names WWE has contacted for possible returns. Who knows this for the draft? Who knows if any of them will be confirmed? These are all just rumors and circulations from sources, wrestling sources. So my thoughts is that it would be cool if we had like Jeff Hardy back, Kurt Angle, Goldberg, and hopefully when they're back, hopefully they can be like utilized better than they were before, and hopefully they go to like the right brand. Like you can have like Goldberg on Raw, that would be cool. Kurt Angle maybe on SmackDown, Jeff Hardy on SmackDown. That would be phenomenal. Next, we have CM Punk UFC debut at 203 pay-per-view UFC versus Mickey Gale. It's been a long time coming. That's all I can say. It's been a long time coming. We've been waiting a year or two, you know. It's always been delayed. It was delayed. We're waiting. When is CM Punk gonna make his UFC debut? It's very frustrating. We'd have no answers until a recent podcast that CM Punk confirmed that he was gonna face Mickey Gale on UFC 203 September 10 or September 11, if I can remember the right date. But yeah, that's huge news. That's huge news. Can't wait. My best of luck to Punk in his new, his new career. Hopefully he puts on one hell of a match, cause we deserve it. Waiting this freaking long to see him fight, we deserve a good match at least. Let's see what we have next. Kanye West. All right, this Kanye West famous music video, and why am I talking about it on this podcast? It's because it has some importance, controversy, creepiness. I can't believe I'm really talking about it. It's just one of the weirdest music videos I've seen. This is a new music video by Kanye West, a song off his latest album, Life of Pablo. And all I gotta say is that be cautious when you watch this. There's some graphic content in here, some familiar faces, familiar celebrity faces like Donald Trump, Bill Cosby, Kim Kardashian, Amber Rose, and even Chris Brown. Yeah, it's definitely weird. So like, I'll be cautious to watch this. Like, just know what you're getting yourself into. One of the weirdest things ever. I don't even think the song matches the video. Like, this is one of the weirdest thing Kanye West, has ever put out. He's put out some crazy things. I can't put the stamp on the stamp of approval. It's just some weird stuff. Just get ready for him to get sued by all these people, especially Donald Trump, George Bush. They're gonna take notice of this. Watch. Anyway, next, the BET Awards. Believe it or not, I don't really watch that many music awards, and I didn't watch this, but I watched a clip because it was trending. It was Beyonce featuring Kendrick Lamar, and I'm a big fan of Kendrick Lamar, and Beyonce's a good singer, very good singer, and their performance at the BET Awards 2016. What song were they singing? Forgiven or something like that? No, Freedom. It was called Freedom. They performed this song. Phenomenal performance. The dancers were on point. Kendrick Lamar, his rapping verse, amazing. Beyonce's vocals were top notch in the song. I just love everything about this performance. I don't know if I'm gonna watch the whole BET Awards, but this was phenomenal. This was great. I recommend you watch this. Alright, next I'm going to be talking about what I've been watching lately on TV. Like, I haven't watched much TV lately due to work, college work and other stuff. I haven't really had the time to watch any of this TV, but when I do have the chance, when I do find myself that I need to watch something, instead of always making these podcasts and videos and doing these schoolwork and other stuff. I've been watching America's Got Talent. America's Got Talent, Preacher, the news, Surprising the News, Family Guy, America's Got Talent. It's really interesting me. I've watched pretty much every season. That's how much I love a show. It's very cool to watch. Now they have Simon Cowell, and he's from America's Got Talent. No, he's from America's Got Talent, the British version, or the United Kingdom version, and also he's from American Idol. So it's cool that they finally got him on the show, and it adds like a new dimension. And he's fun. He's a tough judge. They got rid of the old judge. I forgot who the old judge was, but bringing Simon to the show, it's just been a joy to watch. His criticism, his perfectionist, that everything has to be, perfect, pretty much, or very enjoyable, worth a shot, to earn a shot in Hollywood or whatever. Is very interesting that we got that person as a judge now, because the rest of the judges mostly have been easy to pass. They don't seem like it's very hard for them to judge. Like they're not really tough judges. Now that we got a real tough judge like Simon Cowell, this show just brings more value, brings more to the table. You know what I'm saying? And Preacher, I haven't really watched all the episodes, but just judging off the first episode, very interesting in the way a preacher is, like this person who preaches good, to get rid of the bad. And this show kind of has a twist in that, like, he gets a little physical. There's this kid that tells him to beat up his dad. It's weird. I don't know how much longer I'm going to watch this show, but I'm going to just give it another spin, a couple more spins, a couple more episodes to see if I'm really interested in the show. And Family Guy has always been a favorite of mine. Whenever I'm in the need for some comedy, I put on Family Guy, or I put on something else funny like stand-up comedy, or maybe if I just want some casual entertainment, I put on The Simpsons. So anyway, that's just what I've been watching lately. Not much. I'm gonna start watching some more shows. Mostly been just watching wrestling and America's Got Talent, but I need to update myself on what's hot right now on television, cause I can't be watching wrestling all the time, and to be honest, wrestling most of the time is just okay. It's just okay. Also, The Rock has a new personal YouTube channel, so I'm really excited about this, because if you watch The Rock, you follow The Rock, he's a very motivational guy, and I feel like he's a very good-hearted person, and not many celebrities are like that. He likes to have fun, and at that age, see many people still as cheerful, as positive, as motivated as The Rock. He's just one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I love the guy, and wish nothing but the best for him. And hopefully one day I can meet him, shake his hand. That'll be like, he's like one of my favorite celebrities, persons. If I was kind of like looked up to, as motivation and positivity, and yeah. Anyway, I'm also forgetting some things. There's also been a lot of deaths recently. Like Prince, Muhammad Ali, a couple boxers have passed away, a couple singers have passed away. It's crazy. Pipe Dog has passed away. It's crazy. This year, literally, a lot of good people have passed away, celebrities and non-celebrities. And I just wish that God just let more people live, and the death rate just lowers. But it's always gonna be that death and birth ratio. More deaths, more births. Births and deaths. Someone has to die so someone could be born. That's just how it's always been. And it's like, there's a ratio. Like, lots of people die and some people are born. You know, that's just the ratio of life and how it's always been. So anyway, that's gonna wrap this edition of Forever Richie. Hope you enjoyed the show. I know I enjoyed the show, talking about everything, you know, worth mentioning. I know I didn't have time to review the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, but I promise you I'm going to upload a second. What did you think of the podcast? You got any questions? Anything you want to talk about for the next time I'm on here talking to you guys on this podcast? Be sure to download this podcast, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and leave some comments. Much would be appreciated. And thank you for listening. I'm out.